So New Year's is right around the corner.
Hello, hi, Happy New Year.
And you're probably thinking about your resolutions, right? Every year, we get super excited and make these long lists of goals like, I'm going to get fit this year, or I'm going to crush it in my career. But let's be real, how many of us actually stick to those resolutions? Probably not many of us. And guess what? You're not alone. Most people struggle with this. So today, we're going to figure out how to set some meaningful and achievable goals this year. But first, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Before we dive into making resolutions, let's start with the why. Why do you want to achieve this goal in the first place? Let's say you want to lose weight. But why? Is it just because everyone else is doing it? Or do you genuinely want to feel healthier and more confident? If your reason isn't strong enough, your motivation will quickly fade.
Your job is not to figure out how it's going to happen for you, but to open the door in your head. And when the door opens in real life, just walk through it.
For example, I want to eat healthy food because I want glowing skin. Now, that's a meaningful reason that will keep you inspired. Step number 2. Make your goals SMART. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Often, we set vague or unclear goals, like, I want to be a better person this year. But let's be real, that's not a goal, it's more of a wish. If you don't have a clear target, how can you work towards it? Instead, let's make it more specific. In the next 3 months, I'll lose 5 kilos by exercising 30 minutes daily and avoiding junk food. See how that's more specific, measurable, achievable, as it can be completed within 3 months, relevant, and time-bound.
Well, it was my New Year's resolution to lose 15 pounds this year. I've only got 25 pounds to go.
When you know exactly what you want to achieve and by when, it's much easier to take action. The SMART framework gives you clarity and focus, which are essential for achieving any goal. Step number 3. Break it down. Big goals can be overwhelming. Let's say you decide, I'm going to go to the gym every day this year. Sounds great, right? But the reality is, you might end up quitting by February because it's just too much. So it's important to break down your big goal into smaller, more manageable steps. Start with a smaller goal, like going to the gym 3 times a week for the first month. Once that becomes a habit, gradually increase the frequency. This process will not only bring you closer to your goals, but will also keep you motivated and disciplined. Celebrating small wins along the way is easy and will inspire you to work even harder towards your larger goal. Remember, consistency is key. Step number 4. Focus on progress, not perfection. Let's be honest. How many times have you thought, okay, I've messed up, I'm just going to give up on my resolution, or I haven't started yet, I'll just start next year.
You know what? I am going to be happy this year. I am going to make myself happy.
Do you want us to leave the room or?
This all or nothing mindset is one of the biggest enemies of achieving your goals. One slip up doesn't mean your resolution is over. Learn to celebrate your progress, no matter how small. For example, if you miss a workout, instead of beating yourself up, simply start again the next day. Consistency is key, not perfection. The more consistent you are, the quicker you'll see results. Step number 5. Celebrate your wins. The best part about making progress is celebrating your small victories. For example, if you've been going to the gym consistently for a month, reward yourself with a special meal. These celebrations not only keep you motivated, but also remind you that you're getting closer to your goal. Just make sure that your reward doesn't derail your progress. Step number 6. Reflect and adjust. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes our goals might no longer seem relevant or practical. That's why it's important to regularly review your resolutions. Each month, take a moment to ask yourself, is this goal still important to me? Do I need to make any changes to my approach? Being flexible doesn't mean you failed. It means you're adapting to your current situation. If something isn't working, it's okay to change it. Remember, the goal of setting resolutions is to improve your life, not stress you out. By the way, what's your New Year's resolution? And what's the biggest challenge you face in sticking to it? Is it finding the time, staying motivated, or staying consistent? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's just talk about some tips that can help you achieve your goals and resolutions. Tip number 1, create time for your goals. Time doesn't magically appear, you have to make time for it. Prioritize what truly matters. For example, if you're focusing on your health, cut back on your phone time, limit social media, and make working out and eating healthy a priority. Dedicate specific time slots in your calendar just for your goals. Tip number 2, build systems to stay motivated. Motivation is like a battery. Sometimes it's fully charged and sometimes it's low. To avoid relying solely on motivation, build systems. For example, if you want to save money, set up an auto debit to your savings account. If you want to work out, schedule workouts with a friend to keep yourself accountable. Motivation may come and go, but habits and systems lead to long-term results. Tip number 3, break down big goals. Big goals can seem overwhelming, but remember, every big goal is made up of smaller steps. Let's say you want to read 20 books. Instead of focusing on the total number of books, focus on completing one chapter at a time.
Oh, this? This is my hometown. I bought every house here so I could have a place to put all of my books.
Set a goal to read one book per month. When you achieve a small win, you'll automatically feel more confident and motivated. Tip number 4, find an accountability partner. Achieving goals alone can be tough. Find an accountability partner. Involve a friend or family member to keep track of your progress. Or join a community of people with similar goals. When you know someone is watching your progress, you're more likely to stay disciplined. Setting resolutions is easy, but sticking to them is an art. But trust me, if you set meaningful goals, make them smart, and focus on progress, you can achieve anything. Excited to level up in 2025? Let's start making a list of resolutions for the new year and become success champions. But first, show some love by hitting that like button and sharing this with your squad. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a tip. Let's make this year count.